The following program is a Nightingale Conant production for Simon & Schuster Audio.
The most important thing that we have to understand in the world of selling is that nothing happens until a sale takes place. That salespeople are the forerunners of progress and always have been throughout all of history. There is a bias in our society, an almost unspoken bias against salespeople. Many salespeople are embarrassed or even shy about admitting that they're in sales. They think that being in sales is somehow something that you do when you can't get an honest job. Have you ever been to a social engagement or a party and somebody says, "What do you do?" and you say, "Well, I'm in sales." They say, "What would you really like to do?" It's very important for us, in terms of our success, to understand that what we are engaged in is an honorable profession. As a matter of fact, sales is the oldest profession. There are many people who think that something else is the oldest profession, but that's just a subsection of sales. The fact is that we can be proud to be salespeople because it is upon our efforts that the whole economy floats. All the people who hold up their noses at salespeople depend for their existence, depend for their livelihood, depend for their rent and their food on the salespeople. Salespeople also, I think, are in the most wonderful profession in the world because there is no limit on where you can go in this profession. There's no ceiling on your income. There are, in many cases, there's no floor either, but nonetheless, there's no ceiling. If you are properly trained and skilled and selling the right product in the right market, there is an unlimited amount of money that you can make. And salespeople, professional salespeople, are some of the highest paid people in the world. It's the only field in the world where you can start with very little skill or training coming from any background and in a matter of 3, 6, 9, 12 months be making an outstanding living if you're properly trained to do it. I want to start off talking about the psychology of selling, and that brings us to the whole purpose of this seminar. The whole purpose of this seminar is this. We know that with regard to selling, the 80-20 rule, the Pareto principle, prevails. The 80-20 rule simply says that 80% of the sales are done by 20% of the salespeople. That the top 20% of the salespeople always do 80% of the sales. And the converse of that is also true. That the bottom 80% only do 20% of the sales. Our job is to take everybody in this room, if they are not now in the top 20%, and move them into the top 20% by giving them the tools to do so. Now, if you're already in the top 20%, and I suspect that many of you are, then our job is to get you into the top 20% of the top 20%, which is the top 4%. And there's a very, very good reason why we wanted to get into the top 20% and then subsequently into the top 4%. And it is simply this, is that once you get into the top 20%, you never have to worry about money again. You never have to worry about job security. You never have to worry about employment. The people in the top 20% are some of the highest paid and happiest people in our society. The people in the bottom 80% have to worry all the time.